Friendsgiving is an event that's become more popular in recent years that happens each year at the end of November, where you celebrate friendship. A time to be thankful for the support system in your life that is your friend group. A time to catch up after being away at school or work and reminisce on old times.
Friendsgiving is like Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is for your family, and then Friendsgiving is another day to be thankful, but just for your friends in a different atmosphere.
You don't normally spend holidays with, or you don't see all the time.
Friendsgiving is an extension of Thanksgiving, where you really get together with all of your friends and celebrate your successes of the year.
It's kind of the thing that always brings us all back together, I guess.
And everyone spends time together and reconnects after whatever year they had. And
take all those people that you choose to have in your life and get them all together in one room and sort of, just have a relaxed time, eat a good meal together, reminisce on some memories, because sometimes you don't see these friends all the time.
The recurring theme here is Friendsgiving is Thanksgiving, but with your friends, otherwise known as your chosen family. Friendsgiving sounds a lot like Thanksgiving, but there are differences between the two holidays.
So for me personally, my Thanksgiving is very small. It's only me, my dad, and my grandma, so it's really boring, and as bad as that sounds, but I love my family. But Friendsgiving is just a different atmosphere, a lot more people to interact with, and that's why it's so important to me.
I think especially for a lot of people that travel to see family and stuff, it's a very proper event, a family Thanksgiving, and you answer the same 7 questions to your 15 relatives, and it's a proper event, and you go with your family and then you come home, that's kind of it.
It sometimes seems mandatory, you can't just not go have a Thanksgiving. Where Friendsgiving, I feel it's more opted in. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do this. I have a say in this.
With Thanksgiving, you're typically bombarded with, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing after graduation? And all these kind of questions that you don't really want to answer. But with Friendsgiving, it's like, hey, we're all going through the same things and we're all going in the same boat. So it's really not uncomfortable at Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving, you get to eat with people you like, and Thanksgiving, you have no choice with who you eat.
It's your friends who you have such a close bond with that feel like family, you should celebrate that same sort of family-oriented holiday with them because they mean just as much to you as your family does.
So what makes these people experts on Friendsgiving? Well, they are part of a group of 25 plus friends, and for the past 4 years, they have held a Friendsgiving, starting in 2015, then 2016, then 2017, and finally this year, 2018. For 4 years, they have celebrated their friendship and maintained their close bonds all throughout their college years, transitioning from teenagers to young adults. And now you may be wondering, what actually happens at Friendsgiving? And there's a bunch of different things that do.
And every year, I volunteer to make the turkey. As I am the youngest person in our friend group, I just thought it would be a funny idea. On the second annual Friendsgiving, while I was making the turkey at my house, I lit my house ablaze when I took my turkey out, and the grease spilled all over the oven.
He literally caused world's largest turkey grease fire, and everything was fine. He still had turkey. It was still delicious. But this is why the conspiracy theory continues, that every year Connor does not make the turkey, but his mother, Jessica, does, because he is not capable.
Yeah, this Friendsgiving was a little extra. We wanted to make it bougie Friendsgiving, so I brought my studio lights so that we could have a fancy photo booth. It was really extra. It was right when we walked in.
Oh my God, that photo booth was so extra. It was so defining of, we're mostly theater kids. We're a lot.
It was the best time because we got to take amazing pictures and all the girls loved it. I don't know about the guys, but we loved it.
The photo booth was dumb. I was forced to take 9,000 photos, so I stood there with my arm like this and people walked in.
It's like a whole runway setup. It's what are we doing? Well, we can't just take a group picture, be happy, oh look, it looks like that. No, gotta get the lighting right.
With an event of this size, there surely is struggles with having it each year. It's essentially like planning a family holiday, which everyone knows comes with its roadblocks.
The biggest challenge is honestly communicating with everyone, because when you have a group of 20-some people, everyone is oh yeah, I'll just do this, and then either doesn't or you have to keep asking, which is not frustrating. I shouldn't say that, because it honestly usually runs smoother than you would think for that many people.
Well, I feel like the biggest challenge is finding a place where we can all fit, because our friend group is so large, and like Friendsgiving is the biggest event because everyone's home for it.
Obviously with 25 people, like, we need a lot of food. So we have to make sure that everyone kind of brings something, because we don't want all the food to fall on one person. That would just be annoying. So everyone brings something, but it's just making sure we have enough food for everyone, a nice variety of food, like everyone's not bringing the same thing, or everyone's not just bringing desserts, which has happened in the past.
So I don't really see any challenges when it comes to Friendsgiving because I don't do anything. I just come and eat the food. So thank you to the people that do things.
So it's a hard thing, especially all being like adults. You know, we're not all teenagers anymore, just trying to like throw something together. Like we're trying to kind of make sure that it's fun, but also put together and not a mess.
But overcoming these challenges and celebrating friendship is what Friendsgiving is all about, and why this special group of friends have done it for the past 4 years. But where does the future of this event lie as they all get older?
I don't think we'll ever stop doing Friendsgiving. I think Friendsgiving will be the one time a year that everyone in this friend group takes as a priority, and even when everyone has their own family and their own obligations to take care of, I think Friendsgiving is going to take some form of priority in everybody's lives.
Hopefully we keep doing it so that eventually we get to bring our families that we eventually have into our Friendsgiving. We were talking about this year how we would have like a separate table for our spouses that they can't sit with us. Like it's our time to be with our friends. So I thought that was really funny. So hopefully we keep doing it. I know we already have plans for the next one.
It's hard to imagine like all of us with like significant others and kids, because there's already so many of us, but I feel like we'll still keep it going to some degree where like we'll try to, as many people as possible, we'll try to make sure everyone can go, but like if you can't go, you can't.
And then who knows, maybe we'll have to rent out like a catering hall or something, because I mean, once we have kids, families, all that stuff, it's like, you know, how are we gonna fit all these people in one house, you know? Unless one of us is like super rich and, you know, has some humongous house, you know, for us to just pack a bunch of people in. But even still, I don't know where you're going to feed all these people, you know? Because you figure we had almost 25 of us this year. So 25 times, say, a wife, that's already 50, a wife or a husband or whatever, that's 50. And then kids, add that. I mean, we're close to 100 people, you know? So I think that it'll keep going. But we might have to just relocate it.
Because as we're getting older, it's hard for us to all hang out at the same time. Like throughout the year, people are away at school. In the summer, like people work. So like this time of year, when people are on like vacation from school, we can all come together and like see each other.
It's scary to think about that because we're all getting old, but I'm really excited for the future of Friendsgiving.
At the end of the day, Friendsgiving is all about friendship. It's about being thankful for your chosen family and coming together to share a meal and be happy with each other. Regardless of the outside world, one day a year you all get together and show each other how much you care for one another. This is truly a special event put on by a special group of people. And as they get older, who knows what will happen. But if you ask me, this event won't be ending anytime soon. The bond here is way too strong for that. And in life, it's pretty rare to find a bond that strong.